Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to modulate through 5 semitones. I would take this video slowly, very slowly, so that the explanation can sink. Now, let's say we are in the key of C major, and we want to modulate 5 semitones upwards. That's from C sharp is 1 semitone, D, E flat, E, and F. And we know something, there's a relationship between a root note and 5 semitones ahead of it. And that relationship is basically that 5 semitone, the note on the 5 semitones ahead of your root note, is usually your subdominant chord. What do I mean by that? It is your 4 chord. Let's call it your Fa chord. For example, in the key of C, if you play your C major and you move to F major, that gives you your Fa chord. Now that means there is a relationship between your 1 chord and your 4 chord. That means your C is your 1 chord, your F major is your 4 chord. Now imagine you want to smoothly modulate from C to your F. Now what do? It is very simple. The fact is that we call progressions in music cadence. Now let me briefly explain that. Now there is what we call the plagal cadence or the amen cadence. That's your 4 to your 1. Sometimes you want to end hymns and you end on from your 4 and down to your 1. Now that's one way of ending a song. Now do you know why that actually works? That works because you can end a song on the 4 on your Fa chord and it sounds good, and you can also end a song on your Do chord and it sounds good. For example, just take this example like this. Let me go straight to the end so we don't waste time. I've been using I just want to say for the example, so allow me to use the end. Baba o eshe. Now what do you notice? I ended on the Do chord, which is my C major. But do you know that still in the key of C, if I end on my Fa chord, it would not sound bad. Now the reason for this is that your Fa chord has that Do note on top, and it gives it a sense of resolution, dragging it to the 1 chord. Remember, I talked about your plagal cadence before, that normally it is always very pleasing when the 4 chord goes to the 1 chord. So if a song ends on the 4 chord, something in your mind, something in the listener's ear is always telling the person, this chord will soon resolve back to the 1 chord. But most of the time, you know, musicians like to be creative. We don't resolve it completely. So let me end that song and end it on Fa, and you see that it resolves, but it's not complete because the mind is expecting it to go back to your Do chord. So Do mi re baba o eshe. Now so you see I ended on the 4 chord. It didn't sound bad. Baba o eshe. I didn't end on the 1 chord. Now how can we employ this to the modulation technique that I want to introduce? Now if you're moving from your 1 chord and you want to move 5 semitones ahead, that means you want to make your Fa your new Do. It's a very easy thing. All you need to do is this. You start from your Re on your left, Mi, Fa. Now what is the idea behind this? Your Re, Mi, Fa in the previous key, that's the key which you are playing, is simply La, Ti, Do. In the new key, that's this 5 semitones ahead. So you're playing La, Ti, Do. Then on your right hand, your La, Ti, Do on the previous key will end up being do, re, mi. Here was I. So your latido would end up giving you something else in the new key. This will be mi, fi, so. Now watch how I'm going to use this so that you understand. Ba, ba, oh, she. This is the normal way you would end the song. But now let's say we are modulating to 5 semitones. So I'll come here. Ba, oh, then you come here. Now, did you see that technique? So I moved like la, ti, do. Then on my right, watch what I did. I took my la and my fa. Now, la and fa basically is your mi and do in the new key. Remember, like I said, on the left, your re, mi, fa is as good as playing la, ti, do in the new key. But on the right, your latido is actually la and fa. Ti and so, do and la. Now, why does this work? These notes are shared between the two keys. So let me put them together so you hear. Then you can then start because you're now on the new key, which this is fa, this is do, this is la. It's just an inversion of your 4 chord, which is actually now the new key. So if you put it, this is fa, la, do. So let me take it slowly so you get the whole gist. So ba, ba, oh, she. Then I just want to say. You see how easy it is to transit. So I'll go again. Then she. Then you go. Now, for what your left hand should be playing, you will notice I used re, la, and re when you have la and fa here. Then you move this whole thing forward 1 step. You have mi, ti, mi. Then this will be ti and so. Then the last step, which will give you that final chord you arrive on. So this is fa, do, fa. Then this is do and la. So ba, she. I just want to say ba, so let me take the song from the previous key, then enter the new key. I just want to say ba, ba, I just want to say ba, ba, I just want to say ba, ba, So that's basically it. I believe you understand everything I've explained so far. God bless you for watching.